Good morning. My name is Kochanski, and I am one of the assistants to the bishop, and I work primarily with faith formation. I'm glad to be with you this morning from my backyard in Albany. I welcome those of you who may be first time here at the 9 at 9, being present with us these mornings as we contemplate life and join you and hold you in prayer and hold each other in prayer. This morning, I'm going to talk a little bit about a practice of noticing what brings us comfort. Thursday nights, our Bishop Mockholtz, has decided to do a course in our Faithful Learning Together learning platform on, it's not really a course per se, he's reading children's books with any kids in the Synod who join with their parents. It's been very fun to listen to the books and to interact with the kids in their homes. We invited them to bring stuffed animals along for those times of telling stories. And last week in particular, we heard a lot of stories about a lot of stuffed animals. And it got me thinking about what I would bring this week. And so this week I brought to our story time last night this little guy. Yes, he's a monkey, but I thought he was a bear, and so his name is Teddy. And Teddy brought me such comfort for a lot of my life. I used to take him with me everywhere I went, and you probably can't tell from the video, but Teddy has a plastic face and plastic hands, and for comfort at night I would hold Teddy very close to my face. I'm surprised I don't have an indent in my face from Teddy's nose, because I spent so much time falling asleep just like this. And when I would go and stay over at my grandmother's house, I would take Teddy with me, and I don't know the day when Teddy stopped being comfortable, or when I stopped needing to take him everywhere I went. But I can tell you that when I carried him, it brought me comfort. It connected me to home when I wasn't there. It connected me to safety when maybe I was scared of the dark. It was a strong connection. And what's funny about these comfort items, I'm sure that as I'm talking, I pray for you that you have had these in your life. They're different for everyone. When I was born, I'm sure my mom didn't say, this is going to be it. This is what's going to give you comfort. We discover it on our own. I think it was one of my cousins who had a blanket, and she carried that blanket everywhere she went. And it was her comfort item. And I remember when someone decided she shouldn't carry it anymore. She was too old. And they started to cut it into small squares so it would just get smaller and smaller every time they washed it. And it wasn't even my comfort item, but I remember I could still feel those feelings of sorrow watching her comfort item slowly disappear. For me, it's not so much something you can take away from anybody when they discover their comfort item. When I worked in hospice care, part of the grieving process is to figure out how to get someone to a place where they feel comfort. And I think that's where I felt like I failed the most, because you can't give comfort to anyone. You can be present with someone, and sometimes you become a comfort. But it's an individual choice of what brings comfort, what we feel in our hearts and our souls that gives us care in moments when we need it the most, in moments where we need to be connected to home or to something beyond ourselves that grounds us. So my practice, discovered last night when I took Teddy off the little rocking chair that I keep him on in our living room and held him again, is to begin to notice right now. I can guess what gives me comfort, but a practice of noticing where my comfort comes and noticing maybe where I need to grow a little. Not to take it away, but to add, to really sit in that place and notice what brings me comfort. My suspicion when I do this practice is that it will also help me to notice where I am grieving and where I need to sit with that as well. And so I hope you'll join me in that practice. It's not one I've worked on this week yet, but it's one that I intend to notice comfort, to sit in that comfort, and to also think about why I might need that right now, and to sit with that grief as well, to sit with the lament, to sit with losses, knowing that there's an intangible comfort that knows no bounds for me as a Lutheran Christian, in the knowledge that for all the teddy bears and blankets, for all the buckets of macaroni and cheese that we consume, we are grounded in something beyond, in God, which allows us the room and the space to do these practices, and to breathe and to live and to cry and to laugh. So my prayer again for us is to sit in the comfort, to sit in the grief that might come with it, and to rest securely in the certainty and the knowledge that God is holding it all, every little bit. And now a blessing for your day. May God reveal signs of comfort. May God fold you in love. May God move you in the Spirit beyond this place to the next. May you notice when it's time to shift. And may Jesus inspire your heart of care and love for neighbor, empowering you to be a comfort for others. Peace be with you this day. I pray it is all that you need it to be, with some unexpected surprises, so it tastes like more.